Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. We are going to be taking a look at Far Cry 5. I want to quit the desktop. I want to continue. So, Far Cry 5. If you're familiar with any of the Far Cry games, you're going to be familiar with kind of the combat of it, taking over outposts, the different styles of gameplay that you can do stealth. As you can see, I have a bow and arrow. I hit people in the face, and they don't really detect you. And you can go pick them up. Let's get my allies out of here. So let's go ahead and start with the review. I'm live streaming a review, probably asking why the hell am I live streaming, and honestly this is the second time, because the first time unfortunately I put it under the category of Rust, and there's no way to retro change that, or change it after you finish streaming, so I'm redoing this. And I'm now learning the folly of live streaming reviews, but I haven't learned it completely because I'm doing it again. Perhaps in the future I'll actually, script something out, but I thought I'd just give you a down-to-earth review of this game. So let's start at the map. So Far Cry 5 takes place in Montana. I guess you could say it's modern time, so 2018, 2017. You are a deputy of Hope County, and you are sent to get this guy. He's got an X on him right now because I X'd everybody out. But you're supposed to get this guy known as the Father and take him to justice for kidnapping. You got a U.S. Marshal with you. You go out there with a helicopter. You go to his compound here. You land, and just to let you know, I'm not going to do any major spoilers in this review, so you're safe. You can keep watching. You land in his compound. You go talk to him. Pretty much, you have a choice. You go, everybody kind of spits at you. Nobody wants to see you there. This is pretty insane looking cult. I mean, look at his back. This guy's nuts. Anyhow, you go into this church here, and you have the option to, at the beginning, to walk away, kind of leave well enough as it is, and boom, the game ends. If you're familiar with Far Cry 4, that should be a nice nod in that direction. So that was the first thing I did. I just didn't do anything, and that was the end of it. So of course I went back, and then I chose the next one was to cuff him, as the U.S. Marshal tells you to do. So you cuff him, you lead him outside, you go over here, you get in a helicopter, take off. But I mean, it just gets crazier. The further you go with them, everybody's going nuts because you're basically taking their profit. By the time you get to the helicopter, they're throwing rocks and their body's pretty much at you. One of them gets in the blades, the helicopter goes down, crashes, and you got to essentially escape. Wherever it crashes. Your boy, the Father, is escapes, and hey! This is why people have live stream reviews. And your deputies get captured, and you escape. You find this guy named Dutch. He basically tells you, these guys are going out. The cult is called like Eden's Gate or something. They believe the collapse is upon them. This great travesty is about to happen, so they need to go and initiate the culling, or kind of like a gathering, if you will. And it is not a very peaceable gathering. So that's what happens. They go out, and each person of the cult, so you have over here at the bottom left is John, and you have Jacob in the middle, Faith on the right. They take different areas of the map. John is in charge of recruiting people, bringing them into the fold, if you will, forcibly. If you've watched the trailer, that's, drowning people is their way of baptizing them, or essentially torturing them until they say yes, and they just go along with the cult. If they don't, he just kills them. And then you have Jacob up here in the north. This guy is the guy who trains everybody, because again, they think the collapse is upon them. It's not just enough to join the church and renounce your sins. It's got this interesting interplay between faith and a whole bunch of different other themes. This is fascinating, absolutely fascinating. But he's up here in the north, and he trains them. And then you have Faith, and she's kind of the spiritual. She's, I guess, the drug pusher, you could call. So if they don't join willingly, she can maybe persuade them to join, or she can make them kind of druggy slaves, or slaves to the drugs, so they'll join that way. But the drugs also offer a form of escape or release. If you play through this game, I don't want to spoil anything, but if you play through this game, you learn more about each of these characters, and it is the highlight of the game is the story and the characters. John is abused as a kid. You understand why he does what he does for the cult. Same with Jacob. Jacob was the fighter. He's the one who tried to protect the family as the kid from the abusive parents. He goes out to war. He gets PTSD. He comes back. So I mean, he's trained as a soldier, but he's also a believer in weeding out the weak and getting the strong. Again, how they recruit and work within the cult, it also works within preparing for this, what they believe is a great collapse. And then you have Faith, who used to be a druggie. When the father finds her, she's in a heroin addict. She had nobody in her life. The father showed her a different way, a different path, and of course it was with a different drug, but hers is actually a really sad story. Hey, there's actually a outpost I did not take over, so let's go ahead and do an airdrop. Let's go over different facets of the game as we're going to go and show you a little bit of the combat. We'll start with graphics. You can download the game, normal graphics. I got on an Ultra, I got a 1080 graphics card, which I very much enjoy. Where are we going? Oh, over here. You have perks like a wingsuit, you can unlock that perk, which is quite nice. Yeah, I forgot what I was even saying. Now I'm understanding why people don't live stream reviews. Oh, the graphics. Yeah, the graphics. Yeah, you can get an HD pack. It's kind of like Skyrim. You can get that free HD pack. But as you can see, it's gorgeous. The terrain is beautiful. The trees, the smoke, the sky, and even the people. They did a lot of great detail. The weapons look good. I mean, look at the detail of the weapons. You get the... I don't know why I have this weapon that's not even what I use. I'll take a sniper though. So anyhow, yeah, that's the graphics of the game. As you can see, they're quite impressive. So I give it a high. Look at the lighting. I mean, it's just incredible. And of course, it has a day-night cycle, which is nice as well. The night cycle is, I mean, you can't. It helps if you want to be stealthy, but it's not going to be like pitch black. If you're bothered by that. So let's take a look at a little bit of the gameplay here. I use a controller because I don't understand. You can choose to go in here, guns blazing. And you see there's little sparks going on my screen. This is the drug that they grow. As you can see, some of these guys are a little drugged out. You get bonuses if you take people down without raising the alarm. They will if the second they see somebody go down, so I can't just... If there's a guy next to this guy, I headshot him, he sees it, they're going to all realize, obviously, there's somebody here, they're going to run around, hit the alarm. So you got to hide the bodies, too, if you want to be really stealthy. I'll play it on the medium difficulty. My next go-round, I'm going to go... I probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, so he saw that guy go down. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. God, hit your shots, Biggles! So he mentioned he saw somebody before he went down. So look at them. They don't exactly know where I am. So the gameplay is rather quite fun. Oh, he got the alarm. I didn't even see it over there.
Keep those sinners at bay! Reinforcements incoming!
Oh, boy. This is not good. So the gameplay is rather fun. Once you kill everybody, now that I have an alarm, I've got to kill all the reinforcements that are coming. How do I? Oh, I can climb. Oh. Let's get it, boys! Oh.
Down there! You got a chopper coming in!
Uh-oh. So you got reinforcements that come by ground. They come by air. I got the pilot. GG. Wow, that was rather sloppily done, but I did it. So you take the region over, you got allies, you're part of the resistance. So, I mean, you survive, obviously, the helicopter crash, you team up with the guy, you slowly take these compounds, and you take Hope County back over for the people, the real Americans. Now, a big question I had when I watched the previews, and please go watch the trailers, they're really interesting, is where the hell is the National Guard? Like, why is it... I mean, you're playing days that this is going on and you have nothing.
This is where the
The
cult
game
first put down
answers
roots in Oak
everything.
County.
I thought that was going to be a big plot
Everyone
hole.
thought they'd make things
It was one of the
better
most
here.
enriching experiences of the
imagine it would
entire
come to
game.
this.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Anyway, keep up the good work, Rook.
I love it how they call you Rook and you do all the damage. Thanks. So as you can see, I got allies here. You can go over here. So the gameplay is not just, you know, the mechanics of combat, but the mechanics of how you approach it. You
did the right
I mean, I could
thing.
throw bait, and I could have had a bear go over there, and they wouldn't necessarily raise the alarm. You can do remote detonations. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. You can go to the shops. You can buy weapons. You can customize your weapons. They have featured weapons that they cycle through, so Ubisoft is very good about that. Again, there's just a lot of versatility in this game, and I wish I had more time to get into all of it, but I don't. It's really neat. Of course, you can buy silver bars online if you want to get these things and not play for it. Honestly, if you buy silver bars, you're a loser. I didn't say that. You can pick your outfit too, so that's pretty neat. I can look like John. Or you can put a stupid mask on and play like idiots. I don't understand why people play like idiots like that. They go around like an 8-ball. But whatever, some people like to play that. Play however you want. You can get vehicles as well. So there's a helicopter shop right here.
Everyone's talking about you.
You can fly planes, you can do cars with guns, planes with bombs, and missiles, helicopters with missiles and stuff. Again, a lot of versatility. Does this have a gun? Yeah, the tulip. And a lot of these, again, don't worry about, you know, accruing money in this game, because it's really not that hard to get stuff. You find a weapon you like, just stick with it. But I mean, oh my god. So let's talk about a bit more of the gameplay mechanics wise. Well, before that, the helicopter is the most non-intuitive way of flying a helicopter. I'm going to show you that right now. See, the horizon is kind of steady. Watch my speed. Okay, a helicopter, if you put the pitch down and go full throttle, I should be going a hell of a lot faster and go a hell of a lot lower, but I don't. I'm literally pushing forward and putting right on the analogs here. This should be dipping me down in altitude and not doing this. So the mechanics are kind of goofy. I don't know if you can mess with that or not. I hate it for the helicopter because it's not intuitive for how a helicopter actually even flies. The airplane is a lot better. It's fine. I have no complaints there. Actually, I do, but not significant complaints. So you go around and you take over these outposts. There are tons of side missions, tons of missions that further character developments and whatnot. You can add people to your roster, which means, I'll give you an example, I can get guys in the sky with me. So if I want to attack that outpost, this is how versatile the gameplay is.
Sander was about to show me advanced couples yoga. We'll have to wait, Thunder Junk.
Thunder Junk. Each person, I mean, each character, your allies are freaking hilarious. Looks like there's fighting going on here, so let's go get it. As I said, I hate.
You got some piggy dingleberries on your
here,
ass,
that
kiddo.
red barrel. Let's see how long it's gonna take for Biggles to get the damn red barrel. But check that out. You got your allies. They're in the sky too. Pretty sweet. So some of the, I guess we're still talking about some of the bugs. Some of the bugs is you may be on the ground, get that helicopter to fight with you, and she'll fly right into a damn tree.
Love that killing
Same with the
feeling.
plane. The plane will fly into a freaking tree, and your allies down. He's not down forever. What the hell? No,
That'll shut you up.
no, I don't have allies. Okay, anyhow. Let's just keep flying around. Let's talk about music for a second, because I think
Wanna
music...
fought better? We'll fight better.
Let me let you listen to the music. You can hear it from out here. It's really true to Montana. It's just gorgeous music. Whew. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't appeal to y'all, but the music, the quotes, everything is just blended together so beautifully. Why the hell am I still in the damn helicopter? Okay.
I don't know what I would have done if Kim wasn't.
Yeah. Gotcha. Get out of here. I don't want to spoil you.
Got it.
Boom. Let's get... Oh yeah, the Widowmaker. Let's go. So... There it is. So listen, it's talking about this song. It's a cultist song. It's about Jacob. And if you listen to the song, it says a lot about Jacob. It's fascinating. Switch channels. You know, you got jams, you got news, kind of. Each apostle, if you will, has their own songs and whatnot, which is pretty neat. This is a pretty neat thing is I can put left stick here and put auto drive on, so I can just, you know, do whatever the hell I want to do. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Oh, I gotta put a destination. So let's go to let's go over here. Traveling waypoint. Wow. Okay. I'm learning more and more why you don't live stream a review. My God. Let's try this again. Okay, so, I mean, a little bit of bugs. That's neat. The cool thing about this game, too, is you can look at waypoints for base jumps, but you can also go hunting. Go fishing is a lot of fun. You do base jumping. You can do kind of time races. As you can see, normally there'll be cultists all over the damn place, and people dragging them and the force converting them and stuff like that, but I've already cleared most of the game. But long story short, the music is gorgeous, gorgeous in this song. I think it's an area. I wonder if the cult music is area appropriate. So I'm in Jacob's territory now. It's playing Jacob's. I don't know. It's great. The music is awesome. Cinematics, cutscenes, just 10 out of 10. I give it a 9 out of 10 because sometimes the cutscenes, when I got later in the game, it didn't. I'll turn that down. See that bear over there. Oh my God! Oh! GG bear! GG! Oh my God! See, it's fighting me right now because I'm trying to take over him. Anyhow, yeah, the cinematics are awesome, but when I got near the end of the game, the voice, when it's like talking to you, you can see their mouth go, the audio was lagging behind, which was a little bit distracting and disappointing. But I was so enthralled with the story, I didn't honestly care that much. But I did care enough to tell you about it here. The controls are intuitive, besides the helicopter. I play with the gamepad, I don't play the freaking keyboard on this. Maybe I should turn on auto drive. Since the gameplay is a lot of fun, the graphics look good, music's awesome, cinematics great. Story. The story is where this game shines. Like the other Far Cry games, it's the same thing. Again, each of these apostles have backgrounds of why they do what they do. When you kill them, or you take them out, you know, spoiler alert, obviously you're going to kill bad people. But you get to learn more about their backgrounds and why they do the things they do, and what, again, I mentioned that a little bit, what that contributes to the cult and the preparation of what they believe is the Great Collapse. And it's really quite tragic. I mean, some games are like black and white, good and bad. This one, you think it's gonna be that way. I mean, these people are like stabbing people with crosses and force drowning them in the river, and the more you learn about the cult and what's going on in the world and stuff like that, you're starting to realize, and not just the world, I mean, like with their lives and their backgrounds and their church and what they're doing now, it all makes sense. It is so richly done. Ubisoft should give themselves a freaking, they should, I don't know if they got awards or not for the story, but they should, because it is by far the best story in a game that I've played in a long time, and I'm talking years, maybe decades. I was really moved by each of their stories, even though they're villains, especially Faith's story is one of the most tragic stories of the three, but all of them are a tragic story in one way or the other. Even the father, you can almost feel empathy for them. And again, it plays on themes of faith and morality, and that's exactly what this whole area in Montana and the whole game is all about. So, I mean, it's fascinating stuff. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but at the end, obviously, you see I've X'd everybody. They're not necessarily dead, more or less, because I'm at the point where I need to confront Father. He says he's X'd here, but he's not. I have to, you know, go over here and see him. The ending gives you an option and a choice to make. And if you really pay attention to what they're preaching throughout the game, it blows your mind. Either choice you make, and I highly recommend, and I swear to God, ironic, right? Part of the pun. You better do both endings. Honestly, pick the ending. Don't Google the ending. Pick the ending you want to go with first, and then just enjoy where it leads, and just kind of relish in it, because I wish... It's kind of one of those moments where you find out, like, Darth Vader is, you know, somebody's father. I don't know if everybody's seen Star Wars. It's just one of those moments you don't want to ruin for people. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Honestly, that scared me really bad to hear that. Fucking deer over there scared me worse than shooting my own gun. But yeah, do both endings. Both of them make a lot of sense. They tied to previous themes and previous strands of the story earlier on. But I mean, it is absolutely mind-blowing, both of them, on what happens, and everything kind of clicks into place once you finish the game. Highly, highly, highly enjoyable. So, Ultimate... oh, I forgot multiplayer. I'm gonna be honest. Guilty confession, I have not done the multiplayer in this game. I haven't had the chance, and honestly, I probably have had the chance, so I don't want to lie to you. I've honestly been so enthralled in the single-player aspect, I haven't even cared to look at the multiplayer aspect, so I can't speak to that. The fact that they have a multiplayer aspect is pretty awesome. Super awesome to me. So you can go, it's called the arcade. I don't know too much about it.
I'm glad to see life returning to normal.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why I didn't pick that up.
I could play this game all day.
Play this game. Where's the game? That's what I want to look at. Is it in here? Where?
We almost lost the outpost there. Thank you.
There you go. That's how you get to the arcade. Alright. I don't know what the editor does, but you can open up the arcade. Public multiplayer, I haven't tried. So that's just the fact that they have this is awesome. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. I should, you know, I'm doing a lot of taboo things you shouldn't do with giving a game review. Live streaming is probably first and foremost, and not doing the multiplayer aspect of it is probably number 2 as bad. But let's go out to the menu real quick, because I want to show you one of the coolest things of the game. So I'm at the end of it. I've already beaten it. I know what it is. Oh, by the way, the game play, if you play the other Far Cry games, you get perks. The more you level up, the more perks you can buy. You can, again, I like to play as an assassin, so I got a lot of that stuff. Sneaky sprint, you go faster, you can pick locks. You do less noise when you walk and sprint. Anyhow, one of the coolest things that you can do challenges. Here's my pro tip of playing the game. Don't be afraid to go in and do the challenges. I didn't do this, unfortunately. I just played the game, and there was enough perks on normal mode to do it. If you're in harder mode, you're probably going to need to do all this stuff. But here's, oh my god, where is it? Where is it? Oh, I gotta go to, start. Here we go. We're going to quit the main menu. Since I've beaten the game, once you beat the game, it gives you an option to start over right here. Check it out. Unless you start a new campaign while keeping your current character's progress for weapons, you know, all the cool customizations that you spent money on. I mean, it makes sense, especially if you've got silver bars. You're a loser. The unlocks the perks. What you lose, all the map reveals, mission progress resistance. You start all over. So I finish at normal. I'm really, really tempted to start an Infamous and just, you know, go for it. In fact, I'm gonna do it yellow. But this is cool because I have all of my favorite weapons, I have all my cash, I have all of that, and I can start the game over. And it's cool because you can. Not only is the challenge of the mechanics going to be
Montana.
harder,
Big sky country.
everything about it,
The treasure state.
it's just really appealing to me.
People got a lot
the
of
replay
names for it.
value is insane.
I just call it home.
Lived here my whole
So
life.
these are people that you're going to be meeting.
Still
as you
amazed
play
at how
the game.
beautiful it is.
Maybe that's what blinded us to how ugly the people were getting.
And potential allies.
Good day to you, brother.
You don't understand. No one took these groups seriously.
God,
They were
this
different.
story is so freaking
Religious. Militant. It was a goddamn cult.
Collapse is upon us, my children.
They started buying up every farm for miles. Then the radio station.
I'm gonna let you...
Not long after that, they even had the fucking cops.
Their own sovereign religious state.
Again, listen.
Built right here.
It explains...
Under our noses.
How they
Ain't no one coming to help us. The government can't do shit. We're on our own.
We save those lost souls, whether they want to be saved or not.
People don't want to believe groups like this exist.
Look at
People
the
are scared,
dichotomy
man.
of the good
Some
guys
will wish
and the
to
bad
harm
guys.
us. Some
This is
will wish
their
to
mission.
destroy all that we have
He's
built here
clearly got a
together.
mission in mind.
Some will betray us.
We don't know what he's capable
Dude, the actors they got for the father, I forgot his
leader.
name, just brilliant, absolutely
Joseph
brilliant. They did motion capture, everything.
They call
so,
him
let's
the father.
And those in the
I
outside
don't know
world
how
are
to
blind.
X out of this. Oh my god.
Do not believe.
This game right now on Green Man Gaming, I have the link
faith.
below. Go ahead and use my referral link because you get
But I will make
a
this.
discount. I get a kickback. You know, it's a win-win situation. But and you're probably wondering, like, how is this guy a good guy? Or how do you say he's not a black character? I mean, like an antagonistic character
Rookie.
versus the black and white.
Rookie.
So here's
Wasting your time, there's no signal.
the whatever. So, again, like this is right now Green Man Gaming has got it for $24. Ubisoft has it for $24. I mentioned Green Man Gaming not just for the referral code discount, but Green Man Gaming also gives normal discounts. So it's a 12% discount, which is about $3. So it knocks it down to $21. I give this game an 8 out of 10. If I had the multiplayer aspect and liked it, I'd probably get an 8.5 out of 10. Most reviews, IGN, are probably around about 7.5 to 8.5. So I mean, I think my rating is whatever. I give it a buy rating. If it's $30 or below and you're really into good story single player games, buy this game. You won't regret it. Dude, who the hell am I talking to? I don't know. I'm trying to do a damn game review and I'm live streaming it because I'm a freaking idiot. That's who. Anyhow, so that's my opinion on the game. Hope you liked it. And how the hell did you? I'm gonna. Hey, how the hell did you find my stream? I guess I don't have to type it if I said it. Whatever. Leave a comment. How did you find my stream? Because honestly, I'm just doing this. If you watch any of my Rust things, it's absolutely just trollsy, and I'm just doing it. You know, not even caring to edit or whatever. Leave a comment on how you found the stream. I used to do video editing, and you can tell I'm obviously doing none. But I don't know. Leave a comment, and we will see you next time.